See, I don't know how you like sugarcane better than trot. How is that possible?
I like it. It's not that flavorful, but it's like on the point.
It's what?
On the point.
But I'm surprised because you like fruit, you like citrus.
It's like coconut water for me. Coconut water, it doesn't really taste that. No.
Why do you make that face?
It's like citrus with flavor.
Show you guys over here. We're at the convenience store. We just finished up doing some apartment searching. So we finished up doing some apartment searching, and I just shot a GoPro video. So look out for that video. Hopefully within the next day or 2 days, that video should be up. We did look at 3 apartments today. I don't really want to let the secret out. I will only say we haven't made a choice yet, but I want you guys to watch the new video and let me know what you guys think of each place. But we're hanging out in our local place that we hang out at on this street. This is quickly turning into one of our favorite streets, guys. I got my Trotok, she got a sugar cane, and a banana fritter. She even got a banana fritter, so there's no caramel with it, so it's not as good. But they've been giving us the local price again, $7,000. So we're back down to only $7,000 for this banana.
Maybe that's just your price. You're supposed to say the 10,000 price, so they would earn more.
It's 10,000. And I'll take a bite of this. Like McGruff Crime Dog said, take a bite out of crime.
That should be your thumbnail. Like you're taking a bite. That should be your thumbnail, sir.
It's too late, and it's just a live stream. This is banana.
Do that in the live stream.
This is banana. It's fried. It's very good. It's a huge. She's already ate some of it. It's big. 7,000, which is like 20 cents, maybe 25 cents.
10,000.
Not vacation. So I'm from the USA, Compa. I'm from the USA. Watch this. Thank you. Come on. That's the lady that gave us the free. Well, gave me the free drink the other day. I'm not on vacation. I moved out of the USA. So I've been out of the USA technically for almost a year and a half. Most of my time has been spent here in Vietnam, in the city of Da Nang. So I moved out of the USA, and I do live here full time. And I do YouTube, which these are a live stream, but please go watch my uploaded videos. We focus on a lot of apartment videos, life in Da Nang, Vietnam, how to get visas, my daily life practically. I actually don't, Compa, because I'm from California, which is one of the most expensive places in the world, and I live here.
Watch this scooter coming.
I live in one of the cheapest countries in the world now, so basically for 1 month of what it cost me to live in California, I get 4 months of living here. So it's like 25 to 30% of the cost of living. Now I will say this though, I do miss food and I do miss driving a car from the USA. Those are the 2 big things that I do miss about daily life. I love Mexican food, and there's no good Mexican food out here. In California, it's very, very easy and very good Mexican food. So I do miss burritos, tacos, birria tacos, almost any kind of Mexican food. And I do miss really good pizza, and I miss really good burgers. Look at this little kid. That's how you should be pushing me around. I need a stroller like that.
With the hat, with the wig.
Yes, please subscribe to my channel. I do a lot of good upload videos, and I do a daily live stream. shockingly, we're doing a live stream early today, but we just finished up looking at some apartments. Actually, this street is so lively, but you guys always keep saying for me to get on camera more, so
Hey,
it's kind of a
JP.
more of a, I can't really see, my eyes are bad.
Xin chào, JP.
Join me. Let me try, you know what, I'm gonna sign on here and I'm gonna ask you guys to subscribe to my channel. I'm gonna pin that comment because we're trying to get to 3,000. The goal is to get to 3,000 subscribers before the end of the year.
Leandro saying shout out to Nick Gers.
It's a joke.
What's that?
It's a bad joke. They're trying to have you say something that might get kicked off, so. Let me log in to the Wi-Fi here. I got bad eyes, guys. I don't know why, but I do have bad eyes.
Good afternoon.
But let me go pin my own kind of promotion for my channel.
Shout out sa mga taga Cagayan de Oro. Bedimar Channel TV.
I appreciate it. I just seen your message, Compa. Appreciate that you subscribed. Please
Bedimar.
subscribe to
Bedimar,
my channel.
subscribe ka na ba? Hey guys, found a cheaper apartment with 1 bedroom with lower cost of living. Where is the area, JPJ?
I think he's asking. We just looked at 3 places. We're gonna not really let the cat out of the bag. We didn't get anything new, and I hate saying it like that, but we didn't really find anything that knocked us away as of yet. We have about another day or two. There was a couple things that was decent, but we need something that really blows us away, either price-wise or that really stands out. We haven't found that yet. So probably instead of making a rush decision, we'll probably just renew for 1 more month. We'll stay at the place that we're at. Most likely, we have another day or two. But instead of making a rush decision, what we'll probably do is pay for 1 more month at our place and maybe do another search this upcoming month. So we'll see.
I like that car.
I need to pin that comment by me. I do not. So the first time I've ever started making money online, I've been traveling since 2019, and I've kind of been out of the USA full time since 2022. I just got monetized in September of this year, about three-ish months ago. I do make about 40% of the money that I spend each month. So I'm still putting out about 40 to 50% of my bills that I pay to live out here. So I'm not breaking even yet. That is the main goal, to get to that stage of breaking even. So hopefully that does happen in the near future. You guys are missing so much stuff on the street.
Yeah.
I think we should sit one desk up.
Where?
Yeah, let's move over here so you guys can get a better view. Can you carry that? I just love this area. Let's try to move this table so that you guys aren't facing. What am I blocking? I was gonna kind of angle it there because they're gonna be facing the motorcycle right here. I was gonna try to be in front of the motorcycle. Luckily, we need another chair. So, let me catch back up with your guys' messages.
It's cold here.
Dinner time? Actually, I think we're gonna make dinner tonight. So I think we're gonna make homemade pizza tonight. We have all of our ingredients out. So I think we're gonna make homemade pizza.
Compa Reyes film sounded like a production film studio.
February, I really wish I would have been monetized back in February, because I think I would have probably been breaking even by now. But I just got monetized just 3 months ago. So I'm not at that point of breaking even right now. Hopefully that point comes, because that is my main goal, to break even, or actually make money. But breaking even would still even completely satisfy me, to live out here, make videos, and not put any money out a month. So that's why we need more subscribers, more views, and only you guys can do that. Only you guys. I can't watch, I mean, technically I can watch my videos, but the mass audience needs to watch them, subscribe, and boost those views up. Great view of a branchless tree. It's hard because we don't have anything else. This street is actually pretty interesting. There's no tables over there. So I would have liked to sit over there. We could technically sit over there. We could sit over there. Maybe we go sit over there.
Yeah.
Let's go sit over there, actually. We're gonna move again. This is our 3rd time moving. We're gonna get a better view just for you guys. I don't know how long this live stream is gonna go, but the comments and suggestions of my viewers. And actually, this is a better spot, actually, because we will be right in the heart of things right here. We'll get a better perspective. Let's pull this out a little bit. We'll be right here. Actually, this is a much, much better view. China is still 50-50. I'm still kind of, I haven't made my mind up, actually. The only thing I made my mind up is I have to get my visa renewed, because I am going to for sure be here after January 1st, no matter what. Even if I took the China job wouldn't start till late January or early February. So I have to get that done, and I'm taking it day by day. I'm in a dilemma. I speak both English and Spanish. I'm torn between talking English only. I personally would recommend English. All the people that I know that do channels, there's a guy out here that just started a German channel. He already has an English channel. And everybody else that does multiple channels, they tell me that their English channels make much more money if they're monetized and plus get more views. So that's the only way that I would decide that. Live stream Plaza time in the apartment. We will probably do that. I get comments from you guys. You guys tell me I need to stop doing lives. Need to stop doing so many lives. And then when I stop doing them, when I stop doing the live streams, you guys tell me you want me to do them. So we have a really, really split audience. Some of you guys hate that I do the live streams all the time, and some of you guys love it. So I don't know. Like I said, I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't. We had a guy last night making comments telling me to stop doing lives and all this other stuff, and then I get the opposite view. So I don't know. When exactly do you need to decide? So technically I can't do anything until I get actual job offers from China. So I've been over the past, oh, look at this.
It's like a kid driving.
That's a kid driving. And they were honking their horn. So I have been on and off filling out for jobs in China ever since September. After September, it died down because the semester already started. But right now is kind of the hiring season. Right now it's starting to pick up. So I'm still sending out and applying for jobs, and I'm just waiting to hear from them while I'm monitoring my YouTube channel. We are somewhat close to almost breaking even, just kind of a little bit behind. So we're just gonna keep taking it day by day. Let me see. Set up another channel just for the lives. I've always wanted to start a second channel. I've kind of mentioned this in the past. But I didn't want to do a face channel, and it wasn't going to be a travel channel or nothing like that. Actually, if I did a second channel, most of you guys, or probably none of you guys would even know I do a second channel. But I don't know. We'll see about that. We do have Twitch. I just signed up to Twitch, which I could do live streams on. I haven't been able to figure out how to use it, but maybe that might be an option too. I have a dilemma. I was sober and now I'm drunk. I don't know what to switch to this. Switch to Tratalk. Tratalk is much better than any alcohol. I'll guarantee you that. I don't drink alcohol now, but I used to drink alcohol, and I will guarantee you Tratalk tastes a million times better than any alcohol. I'm thinking of getting my Mexican citizenship in February. Okay. I have a Mexican friend out here in Da Nang. We've done a few visa runs together, and he's been out here for almost a month. He's from Mexico, born and raised, but he's out here now. And both of us are looking for some really, really good Mexican food and tacos, and it's impossible to find here. Yeah, I think it would be so much work. It's already a lot of work for me now just doing my one channel, hugely because I'm just learning everything as we go. Like I said, I've only been monetized for 3 months now, guys, so I've only been monetized for 3 months, so everything that I'm doing is learning on the fly. Let me log into this Wi-Fi. I almost forgot. Full market? No. A lot of you guys keep telling me, get on camera more, but I just don't see. For me, I don't understand how this is more interesting than this. To me, if I was watching a live and I wanted to watch about travel, I would want to see this much better than I would want to see this. I don't know. But when I go see travel channels, I want to see the environment, but everyone keeps telling me to get on camera more. And I mean, if you guys want that, I'll do it, but I just don't see on a travel channel why you guys would want to see a guy in the screen compared to the cool scooters going by and the crazy traffic and the horn honking. I just don't understand it, but I get comments saying that, so I don't know. But let's update us on, oh wow, there we go, guys. Look, we're at 2,681 subscribers. Man, I appreciate it. I think we've gained 5 or 10 just today, so big thumbs up to you guys. I appreciate it. Let's try to get to 3,000 before the end of this month or year. Let me click on, let me read. I'm reading. Let me go back up. I missed a lot of you guys' messages. No good Mexican here. I have got some recommendations. Same thing. There's just no good Mexican food. I've given up. In fact, this is how I know there's no good Mexican food. You cannot find carne asada here. If you cannot find carne asada, then that's not Mexican food. So there's no carne asada. There's no shredded beef. So you go get a taco or you go get a beef burrito here, it's ground beef. And that's just like a cardinal sin. I'm not even Mexican, but I'm from California, and I wouldn't even think about having a ground beef taco or a ground beef burrito. Like, that's just so wrong. So I think there's one, maybe 2 places here that carry carne asada, and it's like, it's more expensive than getting a burrito back in the USA, so I've given up on it. Did you say you're close? Close. I guess let me rephrase that. I'm kind of in grasp, so let me kind of break it down. My bills a month here are about $750 a month, right? So I've only been monetized for 3 months, so I've only been monetized for about 3 months here. Every month, I basically made $300 on YouTube ads, scattered around like $320, $380, and this past month I made about $280. So roughly, let's call it 300 bucks. This past month, I did 2 in-person services, that gained me like another $300 almost. So $300 on YouTube ads, $300 this past month on in-person streams. So that's about $600, and then I do get tips on the live streams that you guys sometimes send. So I'm saying I'm realistically estimating I'm about $100 to $200 short every month. So I'm somewhat close, but still kind of far away. So that's what I wanted to classify as saying close. Do a Vietnam scooter fail. I told you the only time we're gonna get me on a scooter is when we get to 10,000 subscribers. If we don't get to 10,000 subscribers, I will not get on a scooter. If we get to 10,000 subscribers, not only will I do a rental, daily rental of a scooter, but I will do a live stream on the scooter and an uploaded video on the scooter. So that will kind of be the status on that. Push a taco cart on the weekends. If it's successful, open up a restaurant. Face and scenery. It's kind of hard because when I talk, I kind of get into stories and I kind of elaborate. So sometimes it's hard for me to keep saying like, oh, let me switch back. So I kind of like, when I tell stories, I kind of get into them. So I usually show you guys the scenery because there's all kinds of stuff. There's old ladies working out here. There's 15 people on a scooter. So it's much more interesting to see. And then I get into a conversation. Shout out to Tra Talk, my favorite drink in Vietnam. So it's kind of hard to mix back and forth. You guys are too good looking for the camera. Show me this. That's what I say. That's exactly my mindset. Not only...
Whatever. I don't think that's what he really means.
Not only that, but I'm not exciting. I don't care if I look like Brad Pitt. If I came to see a travel video, I would want to see the scooters and the travel. But then when I do it this way, so many of you guys say, we watch Sammy's video because he shows himself. You need to show yourself more. And I'm like, you guys are coming to watch travel, not a Will vlog, right? Great Day song, Dilemma. I use Adobe Premiere for my editing. What part of Asia are you in? I am in Vietnam, and I am in my personal recommendation, favorite choice city called Da Nang. Da Nang, Vietnam. But I have been to 20 countries since 2019. 10 in Asia, 9 in Europe, and Mexico.
It's already dark. Why would I wear sunglasses?
Yeah, when we came out here, shockingly, it was pretty sunny. But it's almost dark. It's almost 5.
The city is starting to lit.
When are you opening up? So the problem is I obviously don't have funds to open up something like that. I don't have a business license, and I just don't have enough time to do a YouTube channel and try to start a business. She does have glasses. She just didn't bring them today. You can never please the people. I know. And what I try to focus on, that maybe that's my problem. I try to please everybody, and obviously you guys can't. But I would like to at least, if there's a majority, if there's... Jeez,
Louise!
If there's at least 60 or 70% of people that prefer one way, and it's a heavy majority, I would like to kind of cater to them since they're the majority, but you never know. That live in Fort Worth, Texas. So there's a good amount of Vietnamese people that live in California also, the Bay Area, and also in the LA area. I don't know who that is. I think I've heard of the name Sublime, but I'm not familiar with them. I'm almost, look at this. I'm babysitting my Tra Talk and she's already done. You already finished?
Oh, my glass fell.
It fell where, into your mouth? We got 19 people, so thumbs up to all 19 of you guys. We're probably not going to do this too long we just finished up doing an apartment video. I did just shoot another GoPro video, and I'm hoping to get this edited probably by tomorrow. 3 new apartments, one on this block, one just a few blocks away, and actually 2 a couple blocks away. So hopefully you guys will see this video very, very soon. No, I'm from Northern California. I'm about 30 minutes away from San Francisco in the Bay Area. I have the GoPro 9. I have the 9, not the 10. And I have the media mod. So I have the media mod so that I can hook up the Rode Wireless 2 microphone setup. I do have 2 microphones. I didn't bring the other one out today, but I have the wireless Rode Go 2 setup. What's up, doggy? We see you out every single day. He's like the security guard. We see him all the time. And then he's just gonna hang out here. I don't know anything about it. A lot of people told me it's actually better, and I'm sure it is, because it's newer and the technology's better. And I heard it even has like a good gimbal stabilizer, or at least a good stabilizer, which is one of the few downsides of the GoPro, is when I do my videos, there's no stabilization. And the other problem with the GoPro is it shoots terrible quality at night. That's my only 2 downsides with the GoPro. You guys did want me to do a video on reviewing my GoPro and my DJI Pocket 2, and I think I'm actually going to get around to doing that video soon. I love this setup. So I also have the DJI Pocket 2, but there's 2 major flaws with that camera too. So the GoPro 9 has 2 major flaws for me, and my DJI Pocket 2 has 2 major flaws for me. Wow, it looks a lot brighter as soon as I took my glasses off, and now it's a lot brighter. So much brighter.
It's okay there.
Like Brett the Hitman Hart. You guys remember him? He would take off his glasses and he would give it to the fan. He would do this.
I'm not a fan.
You're a fanatic. Now I can see much better.
It's not humid today.
No, this is like American weather to me. This is very similar to California.
Weather in my town, up north.
If you pick me up and put me in California, this is exactly how California weather feels. No, I don't feel any humidity right now at all.
Yeah.
Texas, I've never been to Texas before though. I've been to probably about 13 or 14 states in the USA, but I've never been to Texas.
14 states out of 50 or 52?
50. I have not noticed a big difference. I hate humidity. Humidity kills me. But I've been to 10 countries in Asia, and I don't really notice a major difference in the heat or humidity in any one of the Asian countries. So when I go to the Philippines or Thailand, it feels the same type of humid to me as it does in Da Nang. It's too much, but I deal with it. Once the live ends, I'll watch some of your videos. Yeah, definitely, I really appreciate it. I've been doing videos for probably about a little over a year. So I do have a few Philippines videos, but primarily my stuff is out here in Vietnam, mostly Da Nang. I do have a couple of train videos where we went to Hue and a city called Nguyen Yan. So hopefully you guys could check those out. My goal is, by the time we have a New Year's live stream for the new year, I'm hoping to hit 3,000 subscribers by that time.
Good
Sunset? Yeah, our balcony. No. Yeah, our balcony has a great one. Our balcony faces the city, so not only do we see the Dragon Bridge at night, But we see sunsets right from our balcony, which is why it's extremely hard for us to leave.
But it's more like Vietnamese or people likes to see more of the sunrise.
Yeah.
They go to the beach, they exercise.
Yeah, Texas has the humidity. California doesn't. I think probably the hottest, or at least the most humid place that I've been to in USA was Louisiana. Louisiana was just freaking killing me.
What are the top 5 things that you'll miss in our apartment?
The top 5? The top 5 things that I'll miss about my apartment will be the size. First of all, if we move from our 2-bedroom, we're definitely gonna lose some of the size.
Yeah.
The second is 1 block from the beach. That's the second thing. The third thing is no deposit, a month-to-month rental. So that would be 4 things. The balcony, the view of the city, the balcony. That's probably the top 5.
Yeah. I'm the same. I think I'm the same.
So that's kind of the way that I feel. So I love doing the live stream because I don't have to do any editing. And I give you guys kind of a behind-the-scenes raw edit version of Danong. But I get a lot of people that are actually furious and mad. They're like, you need to stop doing so many live streams. It's hurting your channel. Don't do it. And I say, hey man, I do my live streams when I go eat dinner. Like, either I wouldn't be doing any videos at all at night and I would just be eating dinner by myself or with her. And no, I wouldn't be shooting a GoPro video, or I just go eat dinner and I just hit record and I let you guys see it. So for me, I don't understand it because it's just a bonus. It's like you have a cake. I'm just adding the cherry on top of the cake by doing a live stream. So it's like if people don't like the live streams, just don't watch them. Or I just don't understand why people get so mad about doing the live streams. Like, I don't understand why people get so mad about them. They do tell me, instead of doing the live stream, you need to be using your GoPro and shooting a video. And I tell them, I don't do videos at nighttime. So if I wasn't doing a live stream while I'm out doing a lot, if I was not doing a live stream while I was eating dinner, I would not be making a GoPro video. I don't do videos at night. So you guys would either not be seeing me at all and I wouldn't be making a GoPro video at night, or you guys only would be seeing a live stream when I'm out at night. So it's like, there's no downside to doing the live stream for me. I don't understand why people get so mad about it. But everyone's got an opinion and everyone has the right to say what they want. So
he's not mad, but he's just like wanted to see or like want
no,
to.
There's about 4 people. So we had another guy last night that keeps saying, stop doing live streams. You go watch the replay, he said it. And then I get a few people in the comments. So after like the live stream is done, I'll get comments on the live stream and they'll say that. But what's the reason for moving out from your apartment? So we're still not convinced that we're gonna move out. The only reason we would move is because it would be nice to save an extra $150 to $200 a month by moving. So we're in a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom now. We could conceivably go down to a 1-bedroom if it was big enough in the right size, the right area, at the right price. That's the only reason, is money. And like I said, I don't have any other source of income besides the YouTube monetization. So money is kind of on my mind. But if I was breaking even every month, I wouldn't even think about moving from that apartment. So that's the only reason I'm debating it. That's it. I agree, JV. And like I said, I don't feel like there's any downside to doing the live stream. Like, I don't see how it could be negative in any way. I just don't understand it. I'm in the same boat as you guys, but like I said, if you guys look at the comments and you guys watched last night's stream, there's multiple people that say, stop doing the live stream, it's hurting your channel. Go shoot a video at 9 o'clock at night. And I tell them, like, I wouldn't be doing that. I don't, go look at my channel. Go look and show me where I've ever done a video at night. My GoPro sucks at nighttime, and I just don't do videos at night. So either you guys would have no live stream and no GoPro at nighttime, or you guys get the live stream. And I figure something is better than nothing. I have one person I know, she tells me to stop making lives. I don't understand. So some people say like, oh, well, I can't. I will admit, I do very long live streams, right? And people say, I like your live streams, but they're too long. And I say, okay, well, just watch however much you want. And then when you have to leave, just leave. You can come back to it and watch the replay, but I just don't understand that aspect. Greetings from Bali. Wow, very nice. I've been to Bali a couple times. Back in 2019. I haven't been since, but I did enjoy my time in Bali. I missed a couple of your guys' messages. Let me scroll back up real quick. Greetings from Bali. Why not move to a one-bedroom for just 3 to 6 months? Here's the reason why, J2J. So, I got to get on camera for this one. So the reason why, we know if we move out of our apartment now, we will never get that apartment back again. Someone else will rent it. My landlord is the only landlord that I know of that doesn't require a security deposit, and she allows us to do a month-to-month lease. So that's a huge reason why we don't want to move out now, because we don't have a security deposit and we can move out at any time. If we moved out for 3 months, our place, our favorite place where we're staying now, is going to be gone. And then even if we go back to a 2-bedroom, it's not going to have the same view. We're going to have to pay a security deposit. We're going to have to sign a 3-month lease. So we're going to lose and we're going to miss out on that. That's the biggest reason. So if we move, we know we're going to basically lose this place. So that's the biggest reason why we are very hesitant about moving out. Now, if I would have had a security deposit at the current place and I would have had a 3-month lease, it would help me move and find another place. But every aspect about my apartment is perfect. No security deposit, no 3-month or long-term lease. Our landlord's good. Our landlord always helps us. And it's the perfect spot for us. Like I said, the only reason why we want to think about moving is because of saving $150 to $200, which I don't know how long I will keep going and doing the channel without making money and breaking even. It could be 1 month, it could be 10 months. So I have to kind of make a decision to move out before I know how long. Like if I knew in 3 or 4 months I would start breaking even, I wouldn't move out. But I don't know how long it's going to take. So I have to kind of assume, hey, it's going to take me another year to break even. So I need to save every bit of the money now so that I can continue to stay here. Whereas if I knew it was only going to be 2 or 3 months, then I'd say, oh, you know what? I'm not even going to move. In 3 months, I'll start breaking even and I'll have money. So that's the reasoning behind that. Let me scroll back up. I know I missed a couple of you guys' messages. J2J, some people say the live streams are negative. So I'm not sure if they're trolling me, if like they're, what's that word? Passive aggressive. If they're jealous, I have no clue. I don't know what it is. I'm in the same boat as you guys, but you guys will see. I get people coming in here and telling me that 9 p.m. is usually about ready for bed. I used to do, when my girlfriend wasn't here, I used to do 2 live streams a day. I would do one earlier in the day so that my USA audience can watch. And then I would do the nighttime stream when I go get dinner for the alternate audience. And then everyone's like, you do so much, stop, stop, stop. So I just noticed there's no oh, no. Oh, look at that dog. What's up, buddy? That is the reason why I do not ride scooters in Asia. There is no rules. People come down the wrong side of the street. No one stops. No stoplights. No stop signs. 6 people on a scooter. No headlights. Watch, we'll see the next, you'll see. The next person that comes down the street is going to be on the wrong side of the road. Let's see how long it takes. Look, no one's going to stop. And they're on the wrong side of the road. Right here, look. They're on the wrong side of the road. That's how they drive here. and now they'll get in the right lane. That is why I stress to you guys, I do not ride scooters here. It is insane. Makes sense. Do you want to find a 9 to 5 or do... I will never go back to a 9 to 5 unless somehow I am forced to. But I left the United States. I sold everything. I have 3 bags to my name. And I moved out of the USA with 1 year of cost of living. So I left my USA lifestyle behind. And I will do whatever it takes to not go back. So I will not go back unless there is some crazy situation that forces me. I dig the live streams and I cook while watch or listen. I'm also, I don't know if it's going to be overload and too much. Now I can understand if people say this is going to be too much, but I'm kind of also debating about doing a daily podcast, which would probably be like a current event podcast. The only down thing about it would be I would be shooting it on my laptop camera, which is not the best, and I would just be like in my living room, and it would be like a 20-minute daily podcast, and then I would upload that to my my regular YouTube channel, and that would be like a daily current event / travel daily podcast. It would be kind of boring, but it would be an uploaded kind of structured 20-minute podcast. I'm still debating about doing that, not sure. How does the traffic there? I have no clue, J2J. Your guess is as good as mine. That's why I don't even bother. That's why I don't even bother with renting a scooter here. I don't understand what the rules are either. I have no clue. That's why I love showing you guys this view, because you guys will see. If you guys were able to watch this and just focus on this traffic, you'll see all kinds of insane things. There's a guy on the wrong side of the road, and so here's the crazy thing. That guy is driving on the wrong side of the road, right? And he's the one that honked at the person on the right side of the road, telling them that they are in his way, even though he's in the wrong lane. So look at this. Like, these guys just stop and, like, no one's yielding. There's no such thing as yielding. It's crazy. It's insane.
That's why they honk so much.
Yeah, you know, in the USA, we honk when we're mad at someone, or when we flip someone off, we honk and get mad and show that. Here, their honking is not about being mad. It's about like, hey guys, honk, honk, I'm coming. Honk, honk, get out of my way. Hey, honk, I'm here. Where in USA, you honk only when you're mad at people. Like, look, wrong side of the road again. Wrong side. It's insane, man.
It's like they cut, what do you call that? They cut the road. Cutting lane, they cut lanes.
Traffic works quite good. You just need to study. It's so hard. So you can't just say like, hey, go through your 42 years of logic of how you are trained to do something, whether it's driving, cooking, eating, and then you can't just say like, hey, I'm going to snap my fingers and all of a sudden I'm going to do the complete opposite of what my logic is. It's insane. They don't need streetlights, use basic common sense. What's up, Kim? Oh man, we should have kind of got out to your place. We'll save that for another video. We did 3 apartment searches today. It's definitely a different culture, in good ways and in bad ways. I am very honest, and you guys know I don't sugarcoat things. I will definitely say there's a lot of good things in Vietnam that I like, that the USA doesn't have, but there is also bad things I don't really like about Vietnam as well. But in any country, there's going to be good and bad. There's some stuff that's in Vietnam that I just love, and I'm like, man, I don't understand why the USA doesn't do this. And then there's some stuff that I'm just like, this is insane. Why do they do this? Kind of a simple, kind of irrelevant, kind of stupid thing is money. So I don't understand. It blew me away. I don't understand why the USA doesn't take this. This is like kind of a shocking thing to me. This is our cash, right? Now, I do hate how there's so many zeros, but I love the fact that Vietnam has different color for different bills. So the green is 100,000, red is 50. If we had a blue was 20, and then these are like white. I love this. I don't understand why the USA does not have different color bills for different denominations. I love this about Vietnam.
Remember they kind of upgraded the color of $100. It's like a little. There's a little color.
Oh yeah, see, here we go. So here's a 20 and here's a 10. Everything is a different color. I love that. And I'm like, when I got here, I'm like, why the hell doesn't the USA do that?
Because they just want to be organized and just do one color.
I guess, but it's kind of weird to think, hey man, this third world country has a better take and a logical more choice on how bills should look. Like, that's shocking. But then we go look at places like, we go to apartments and the doors are locked and you can't get into the building. And then I'm like, wait a second, this makes no sense at all. Or we go to places that are supposed to be open, like businesses, and they're just gone. They're shut down, or they're moved, or they're closed. And we're like, what the hell is going on? So there's good things and there's bad things. Is your partner your... This is my girlfriend / house cleaner and chore maker.
What did he say?
It said, is that my girlfriend or my wife? Bill, oh look, there we go. I always like this guy. This guy's out every single weekend. Where's he at? There he is. So he sells ice cream and toys. Oh, I think it's a lady.
That's a different person.
This is a lady. This is not the guy, but they sell balloons. They don't have the ice cream, but they have the balloons and the little toys. I like that. I always like seeing stuff like that. I really wish the USA would go to the multicolors. I like that. And also kind of a weird thing about Vietnam is there's no coins here. It's one of the rare countries that I think I might have been to one other country. Maybe Indonesia doesn't have coins either, but it's kind of weird not having coins. I used to save my coins in the USA and put them in a jar and stuff like that, but there's no coins in Vietnam. There we guys go. Now we're starting to get it. It's about 5:30. The sun is going down. You're going to start seeing a lot of people getting off work and getting ready to go to dinner. So it's going to get a little bit crowded. We normally would go out for dinner, but I think we're going to do homemade pizzas tonight. So we'll ask you guys. I love doing polls. I'm a little crazy on polls, but we'll put...
Should we cook dinner or go to Bun?
Should we...
Bone place. Maybe let's just go to the Bone.
No, we already got the pizza stuff ready. Should we do live stream cooking?
The beef is still frozen.
It is?
No, I don't know. But I put it out last night. Remember the chicken was still...
So I'm going to give it to you guys. Should we do a live stream pizza cooking show tonight? We have pizza dough. We have a few pizza ingredients. And unfortunately, we would have to cook it in an air fryer. We do not have an oven. Ovens are rare here in Asia. But we do have smaller individual pizza doughs that we will make our own individual pizza. So if you guys want, we can do that on a live stream for you guys too. I don't know. We're going to see how it works. I've never made homemade pizza in an air fryer. We're going to see how it works. We're going to probably 99% cook pizza no matter what tonight. Unless we decide, since we're here, we might go to dinner. But I've been looking forward to a pizza. We'll either do it on or without the live stream. But if you guys really want us to do it there, we will do it. Made some birria meat for tacos. So that is kind of how I'm going to get my fix, compa. They do sell like beef roast out here at the butcher shop. I'm eventually going to get a beef roast, not marinated, but spice it and make shredded beef practically. And then I'm going to make my own crock pot beef. And then I'm going to make my version of birria tacos as best as I can out here in Vietnam. I missed some of you guys' messages. Pizza to go. We're gonna make homemade pizza at our place, but we've had 3 pizza places here. pizza is not the best quality here, and it is a decent amount more expensive than eating local or what it should be. We had one good pizza, Gilda's Pizza. We had the Chicago deep dish style pizza. Was good. It was a little small and it was a little pricey, but the taste was pretty good.
How would you compare Gordon's with
Gilda's? Gilda's is definitely 100% better, but Gordon's is just a thin slice, so you can't really compare it, but taste-wise, it's much better. Gordon's, it's better? No, Gilda's. Gilda's is 100% better, but they're two different style pizzas. We even had cheese pool and everything at Gilda's. The crust was good. It's more like a croissant, flakier crust, Chicago style. We are at a table, so it's very, very common for people at these convenience stores to come get a tea or go buy something inside the convenience store, like that one across the street. And then people come out here and they sit here and they get free Wi-Fi and they kind of people watch or they drink their teas. And that's what we're doing over here. We're drinking our teas. Well, she's done with her sugar cane and I need to start sipping mine because I haven't been drinking mine. But I love Trot-Talk. This is my favorite local drink here. It's basically like an Arizona iced tea, but it's very, very flavorful. It's like a citrus kumquat tea, and it's 10,000 VND, which is like 35, 40 cents. It's great when it's hot. Lot Mart had everything I wanted, and I only paid 60 cents for Grab Mart. Lot Mart. Oh, okay. We have a Lot Mart here. I was trying to think where the hell our Lot Mart is.
Lot Mart is the one.
I know, the one we went pizza. What time is pizza time? We don't really have a set time, but it's 5 o'clock now, so I'm assuming probably in about 2 hours. We just got done shooting an apartment video to upload. So we were in this neighborhood. We stopped here and we kind of did a quick live stream unplanned. So pizza might be in about 2 hours. I think pizza depends on what you prefer. I am a huge fan of American pizza. I've been to Italy. I've been all across the world, and my opinion, no one will ever convince me. Steak and beef is better in the USA than any place I've been, and pizza is better in the USA than anywhere I've been. I'm not really a fan of the really, really thin crust. I'm more of like a little bit thicker crust, like a pan, like the regular size, like the standard crust that you get everywhere. Or I do like the deep dish pizza. Know-it-all, they do have a few. They have Pizza Hut. Isn't there a Pizza Hut here? And Domino's. But that's about it. We've never had either one of those. But we have seen those. Trot-Talk is not too sweet for me. But the good thing about it is you can always tell them either no sugar or little sugar. So you can get it customized to your liking. I just have them make it the way that they do it, and it is not overly sweet, but it's pretty sweet. But you can either tell them light sugar or you can tell them no sugar. So no issues on that level. Talking in public, I've never really had a fear of it. So here's the thing. I've done public speaking when I was in college. I've done it like that. I've never really had an issue with it. But shockingly, when I did start my YouTube channel, it wasn't a fear. I just felt very awkward. Like, not YouTube, but when I had like my GoPro when I was in Europe, and I'd walk down the street like this, like, hey, we're taking a look at the apartment, like, and then people would look at me. That was a little weird. But now I'm just so used to it. Like, I'll walk down the street doing a live stream and I don't even kind of recognize that anyone's looking at me. And the thing about it is now when I go out a lot, almost every day, someone could vouch for me. Almost every day I'm getting recognized. So just earlier today, thumbs up to one of our viewers, Eli, when we were looking at an apartment. He goes, hey man, I know you. I watch your videos. So it makes it a lot easier that way, and I've just kind of never really had a fear of talking on camera or in public. It was a little bit weird when you're like maybe in a big setting. It's not really about the talking part, it's just kind of like you look like you're talking to yourself and you're holding something like this and people are staring at you. Look at that butt. But I don't mind it at all. You know what one fear or kind of thing I could never get over before I came to Asia? I always felt extremely weird eating out by myself. Like in the USA, you would never catch me going into a restaurant and eating by myself. That always felt extremely weird to me. You would never catch me in the USA like at a restaurant by myself. Look at this, look at this. These are all people on the wrong side of the road. Look at that. I don't know how you guys think that's normal, and it's like, no man, it's easy. You just study what they do. It's like, study? Like, you mean throw away the rule book and common sense of how you're supposed to drive? But that's the only thing that I ever had like a weird fear. Not even a fear, just I felt awkward going to eat by myself. I missed a couple of your messages. Let me scroll back up. Bacon, jalapenos, and thin crust. So I haven't really seen too much pepperoni here. I wish I could have found some cheap or even kind of any pepperoni. But I'm gonna make my own pizza tonight. We each got a different we each got different toppings. Mine is gonna be ground beef, some bacon, and I think I'm gonna put some chili peppers on mine. What are you gonna have on yours? Ground beef, bell peppers, and that's it?
Bacon.
And bacon. So we're gonna make like a personal pizza for each of us and kind of customize it our way. Italy has the best pizza. I went to Italy and I was very, very underwhelmed with the pizza in Rome, especially. Isn't Italy? Italy is the origin. Well, I really think that Italian pizza and American pizza should not even be called the same thing. I prefer American pizza. When you go to Italy, they serve it so like everyone just gets their own pizza. Like it's not cut up. You don't just like buy one size. Like everyone gets their own, then they eat it with a fork and a knife. And the pizzas are soggy. They're so wet. They're like wet style pizzas. They're missing, they have a lack of pizza sauce. They don't really put too many toppings on them. It's flimsy and the taste is just not there. So I'm very underwhelmed with Italian pizza. Yeah, that is the thing, know-it-all. People do think you're talking to them. There's been so many times I've been doing that and people will look or anything. Kind of reminds me of when Bluetooth, you know, the Bluetooth earpiece first came out. You guys remember when Bluetooth earpiece used to come out and you'd put them in your ear and you'd go walk around? I think 10, 15 years ago, I was walking and someone was talking and I didn't realize. I was like, huh, what'd you say? And he goes, are you talking to me? And I seen then he had it in his ear and it was kind of embarrassing. You always feel embarrassed when you talk to someone and you think they're talking to you and then they go like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? But it's kind of the same as when you're doing a camera video. They have those toppings. I prefer Italian pizza, but it's about personal preferences. Travel's famous, new title. Will Travel's famous? I'm not famous. I don't want to sound arrogant. I'm not famous, but I would say I'm a little famous in Da Nang, in the An Thuong area, or I'm noticeable at least. Chicago's where pizza is originally from. I do love Chicago style deep dish pizza, man. It's hard to beat a good Chicago style pizza. I don't think InDrive delivers groceries. I think they're just scooters and cars. I could be wrong, but I don't think they do. Can you get steak? So you're gonna get lower quality beef or steak in Vietnam for sure. And it might not be as expensive as USA, but it's gonna be a lot more expensive than pork or chicken or other foods that you can get in Vietnam. Kind of the reasoning behind it is people tell me Asia is not the right weather to have cows. So the cows don't have the same fat content. They're a lot leaner, and it's just not the right temperature to raise beef. Yeah, Heath, it always felt weird to me to eat alone. In the USA, I noticed, in the USA, there's a lot of judgments of people. Even if you don't recognize it or realize it, I realize there's so much things like, you gotta have nice shoes, you can't be eating by yourself. Like, there's a lot of judgments in the USA that I kind of really, really learned about that don't really exist in Asia. North Italy is like a taco pizza, I heard. Don't know if it's true. Italy or Spain hardly eat any type of food that's mostly pastries. Pastries are hard to find here that are good. That is a big thing that I've also noticed. Donuts or pastry, I have not had good luck in Vietnam. I kind of feel like it's something in the dough. So the croissants are good, but a lot of the pastries here or the donuts are very underwhelming to us. Yeah, so that's another thing about Vietnam. So in the USA, so I came from USA where everyone's idea of Asians are very shy, they're reserved, they're quiet, they're respectful, they don't cause a commotion. When you come out to Asia, there's a different style of Asians. Out here, we get on the elevator and they'll play their YouTube and they'll have it on full blast inside there. And I'm like, man, that's a little rude, but here, I guess they don't care. In the USA, you would never be caught dead picking your nose in public. We see people picking their nose in public all the time. We see people talking loud on their phone. It's just so weird. The USA's version of how we think of Asian people, and then when you come to Asia, it's a whole different mindset. I will say, it kind of sounds a little, what's it kind of called, like insulting? But in USA, a lot of people kind of complain about Asians driving bad in the USA. But I will say this, in Asia, Asian drivers are actually pretty damn good. If you go to USA, you will find the stereotype that Asians drive bad in the USA somewhat true. But in Asia, man, Asian drivers are shockingly good. We've been in Grabs and stuff, and they drive pretty damn good. Like, they drive scary but safe, and you don't see that in the USA. So myself, that stereotype doesn't exist in Asia, at least in my perspective. That you'll hear a lot in USA that Asians drive bad in the USA, but out here in Asia, Philippines, Thailand, and Vietnam, they drive pretty good, like shockingly good, better than a lot of Americans. So that's kind of a dispelling a rumor that most people think of. Unless these days they think that you're making TikTok, about to jump them. True about the Bluetooth. Chicken worldwide, best meat. That's why Grab rules. I will admit, Grab does have a couple of pros that InDrive doesn't. Grab, you can use a card, which isn't really a benefit to me since I don't use cards. And it does have Grab delivery. Then you can just get Grab. So one of our viewers just made us a pizza lasagna last night. They baked us a lasagna and sent it to us. And shockingly, I've never heard of this in the USA, but Grab will go pick up something from someone's house and then deliver it to you. So we had Grab do that last night, and that just wouldn't exist in the USA. But Grab does stuff like that. But whenever I use like a service like Grab or InDrive, for me personally, it's only to take transportation. I don't like getting Grab food deliveries because I'm the type of person, if I'm gonna eat, I love to eat out. I don't like to order in food and eat in. I'm not a big fan of eating in. Look at all these scooters. So I think I've used maybe Grab food delivery maybe 3 times in this whole year. I prefer to go out and eat. I love to sit at the tables. I love to see the scooters. I love to eat outside and not kind of lock myself in my house and order food. And then I never, ever, ever, even in the USA, I don't like ordering my groceries and having it delivered because there's so many things that could go wrong. So let's say I want tomatoes, right? They're just going to randomly pick whatever tomatoes they want for me. I like to hold the tomato. I like to say, oh, I'm going to make sandwiches. This is a perfect size tomato to cut up slices. But when you leave it up to the Grab driver, they just pick whatever the hell tomato they want for you. They substitute items, like if you want a brand or a specific type. When I go get chicken, I might see 3 packages of chicken, and one might have a lot of fat, one might be thicker. So I like to see my food and pick my food out. That's why I don't understand the logic of having Grab go do your food grocery pickup, because they will not pick out the same stuff that I would normally pick out. Vietnamese farmers don't look after the cows when it's done in the West. They allow too much grazing with low quality. Probably. I have no clue about the farming, but I know for sure that the beef is not the same out here that it is in the USA's. Plus the world hates us. I don't find that true. So I hear a lot of that myths, guys. So I think Philip is an undercover European. I really think Philip is a European. I'll give you guys my reasons. Because Philip can deal with small spaces. Us Americans, it's a fact. Americans love spaces. We have big cars. We have big houses. We are the country that moves out at 18 years old and wants our freedom. We had big cars. We had big houses. We need space. We need privacies. Asians are the opposite. So Asians live in a family of 5 people in a 2-bedroom, and they love being around each other. Americans are opposite. Also, you hear a lot of rumors, and I only hear it from Europeans or Australians, and they'll say, everybody hates Americans. That's why a lot of Americans pretend to be Canadians. I've went to 20 countries in the world. Shockingly, the opposite. They love that I'm American. They say, oh, you're from USA. Oh, tell me about USA. I've never had a problem with anyone like, oh, you're American. How did... I actually met a lot of Asians and Europeans that love my stories about America and want to know about America. Have we met anybody that gives us the vibe or tells us we don't like Americans? We don't like Americans. Like, everyone spouts that, like the Europeans, Australians. I think maybe because they're jealous of Americans. But I've never ran into that. Do we ever see people say, like, we hate Americans? Don't talk to us. We don't like Americans. Do we see that out here?
No, we don't. But I don't think they would say that upfront to you.
Right. I don't think they would say that to us, but they wouldn't be so friendly to us and talk to us and tell us stories and give us free desserts at their restaurant. Like, shockingly, everyone that we tell that's American.
Locals?
Locals.
No.
We never have that from locals.
Very accommodating.
We never find that. Now I want to see an Asian cow. Too much grazing. They're making their own TikToks. You would say weird. Say weird again. I want weird. Crazy. You would be a better driver if you're driving like that. I said with low quality grass. I don't like to leave the house. We have that in the UK. You could pick up a package and deliver it. Maybe it exists in the USA. I've just never heard of it. I kind of honestly... What I was saying last night was I think that would be a no-go in the USA because of 2 reasons. So can you imagine if you could send things from your house, like food or packages from someone's house, and a Grab driver would pick it up or an Uber driver would pick it up and deliver it somewhere? 2 things can go wrong on that, and I can already see it. So 1, imagine if someone sent food from their house over to someone else's house, right? And someone got sick. Someone would sue the Grab company or the Uber company and say, hey, you must have tampered with my food. I got sick. It's the Grab driver's fault. He must have opened it and did it. Or my crazy brain said, what happens if they use the Grab driver to deliver drugs? So let's say one person had a package of drugs and wanted to send it to someone else, and then they just have the Grab driver go deliver the package full of drugs to the other person to avoid the police. So then if the Grab driver gets pulled over and he's caught with the package of drugs, then what? So that's why I don't think it would fly in the USA.
Sophie, I don't think you'd like this.
Oh, I would like that. I'd go on that.
That's like just a floater.
A
You ride
floater?
in a floater.
Yes, I ride that.
Slide like that.
So know-it-all, no GMO in the food. So I will say this: the food in Vietnam's probably less processed, but you guys don't understand. They use a lot of cheap ingredients. There's a lot of places we go to that just constantly reuse the same oil. I've seen some very, very dark oil. I see that they use very cheap substitute, like lower grade quality stuff. So don't get the hype. Don't believe the hype that like Vietnam is this big healthy place. Like a lot of stuff is fried. A lot of stuff is fried in very terrible oils. So don't overhype it. Now I'm probably gonna say it's probably less processed than a lot of stuff, but don't portray it as like everything's so healthy here. Like they add a lot of sugar to drinks, and they do fry in some terrible oil. So I have to be fair on that aspect. And in Mexico, they have the same system they pick up. So the thing about the USA, guys, the USA services are extremely expensive. So in USA, we have the mindset, if you want us to go do something, if you want us to get in our car and go do something, you are going to pay for it. Pizza delivery drivers expect $5 or more tips. In Asia, it's the opposite. People will get on a scooter and go deliver your water halfway across town and expect 15,000 VND. USA, our American mindset says, hey, guess what? You want me to get out of my bed, get into a car, drive 15 minutes? $20 minimum. I'm not even going to think about it. For some reason, Asians say, I don't care. I'm outside. I'll go do this and I'll do this. Americans don't have that mindset. Americans are like, if I'm not making a lot of money, I'm not even going to go bother. Americans, myself included, we value time. We don't just go do anything. We feel our time is worth a certain amount of money. And if you don't offer us something that makes sense for us money-wise, then we're not even getting up. We're not even going to go do it. They grab expire items. They have good meat. You pay, you pay. I agree. I like to pick my own fruit and vegetables. Everything else I don't mind. Yeah, probably. Like if it was just like a standard item, like let's say like, let's call, I don't know, like Band-Aids and a bag of chips or something, I probably wouldn't mind. But when I go shopping, I get lots of things. I get like onions, garlic, like I always get produce. So they're gonna pick probably the opposite type of vegetables or meat that I would pick. So that's the part. They don't look at the dates. I did not notice that about the bread. Space Force. I'm an ex-military and minimalist, but I'm not broke. Here's what I don't understand, Philip. If you're not broke, why don't you bump your budget up? So I'm kind of in the same boat as you though, Philip. I can never see myself being a luxury guy just because it would pain me to pay more for something. But if I had more money, I would bump my budget up a tad. I wouldn't go crazy. Maybe my food budget would go up maybe 10%. But we ran into a guy, same situation, a younger guy than you though. Fluffy, remember we've seen the hostel guy? The hostel guy has money, but he chooses to stay at a $3. He has a house in the USA that he rents out. So he makes plenty of money, but he stays at a $3 hostel. And I'm like, now I'm not telling him go stay at a $50 a night hotel, but I'm like, why not go stay at a $9 hotel? Like, that's what I kind of don't think. Like, you guys understand. So I don't skimp on my rental of my house. Oh, you guys missed it. There was almost an accident. That scooter almost just got taken out. So I don't skimp on my rent because that's where I'm going to spend 70% of my time. I need to feel comfortable being 7,000 miles away. I cannot feel like I'm in a shoebox. I cannot be on top of her while she's doing work. Her on top of me.
This is no pate body that you would say no pate.
I know, I've seen that video. That's just too much. I just don't understand. If you guys have the money and you guys are retired and you don't need the money, why not spend a little more? That's my personal take. I don't know why. Not here in New York City. Some people stay in small spaces. I know New York, San Francisco is kind of the same, but guess what? They still pay an arm and a leg for those places. European people hate us. I honestly think, I kind of think they hate us because they're jealous of a lot of stuff.
No, sometimes they find Americans as idiot travelers.
Yeah, but I think it's jealousness. I don't think it's hate for certain things.
Americans travel.
How, Fluffy, someone asked you this. How did your girlfriend learn fluent English?
In school, like, I went to a private school in the Philippines, and English is a major subject, and like most of my schoolmates and classmates, like maybe 20% would be foreigners. So it's like a Montessori school. It's not a big school, so they encourage us to speak. In the Philippines, English is a major subject. Before, Spanish is taught in college as well, but they got rid of that.
That's the story. Da Nang was a strong American base. Yep, that's true. That's wild, sending neighbors foods. I couldn't imagine that. I couldn't imagine that. Yeah, America is a suing culture. That's why I don't think that that process would work. It's kind of shocking to me to go from a suing culture to a place like Vietnam. Like, I'll say this. I think
maybe you can make a dress out of your suing.
So I will say this. I think USA goes overboard on the suing, so I will honestly admit that. But then I think places like Asia are underboard on suing, because there's so many times we walk down the street. Let me try to see if I can find something. But all this stuff, I'm probably not going to find it right now, but I see like these sewers will have like just cracks and holes, and people can break their neck. I have a guy that I know from New York that just broke his shoulder in Colombia, and he needed surgery, like $10,000, and he slipped in the hotel, which was their fault, and he doesn't know if they're going to cover it. So USA probably goes overboard on suing, I will say that. But then these other countries are like, hey, you slipped in our hotel, that's your fault. You shouldn't have been clumsy. So there needs to be a fine balance. Not so much suing, but on the other end, Vietnam, like, if you fall down, it's their fault. They still probably won't take care of the medical bills. Like, there has to be that fine middle ground. Yeah, that would never fly here. You have to deliver the person yourself. Yeah, because I could just see drug dealers commonly just having Grab take all the risk and basically having the Grab driver get busted or not dealing with the illegal packages. They kept sending me credit card applications through the mail. Sorry, I sent them back. Bologna. That's what I'm, Philip. So you say you're not broke, but why are you eating bologna? I remember eating bologna sandwiches when I was 6. When our family didn't have much money, bologna sandwiches were like a staple. Like, then I got older, and so I'm not going to say...
You don't like...
I never liked bologna sandwiches ever. But once I got older, I didn't have the money, but I said, guess what? I'm not eating bologna, I'm not eating this. So I learned how to cook, and I learned... My mom and my grandma, they knew how to make amazing stuff with cheaper ingredients. And that is what I like about cooking. My whole lifestyle is about getting underrated value and turning it into something better. That's why I love Da Nang. I can live great at a cheap price. I don't have to go stay at a hostel. I don't eat top ramen every day. So I live at a nice 2-bedroom, very nice place. I go out to dinner almost every night. I feel like I'm getting more than what I pay for here. Same thing with my food. Like, I know people that live here and they stay in a tiny hostel and they go eat banh mi and noodles every day. And those guys, I go, man, you could bump up your budget like $50 a month and you could live so much better. So Philip's saying he's not broke, but he's living a more broke lifestyle than me. So Philip, if you have the money, why not bump up the bologna sandwiches to a banh mi, to a pork chop and rice? Like, I'm not saying go get steak and lobster, But why not bump it up? Like, you can't take the money with you. So why not just bump up the budget a little bit if you have the money? Let me go back. I missed a lot of you guys' messages. I think Un-America, you guys have suing culture. Yeah, that would never fly. They kept sending me credit cards, but I get your point. The police side hustle as Grab drivers. I did not know that. We sue first before we care. Yeah, it's kind of like a genie. You let the genie out of the bottle. So what kind of started it is, what's up, doggy? You guarding this place? So back in the USA, once certain lawsuits kind of landed a certain way, it started allowing everybody to sue. And then once certain cases were allowed to be sued and win, then it opened up the floodgates to allow people to sue for anything. You can eat vegetables, watch with tap. I don't know about that, Philip. Now, I wouldn't say that. Now, if it was like a boiled soup, like let's say you boiled it in tap water, or you boiled something with it, but I wouldn't. Even when I brush my teeth or do stuff like that, I still tend to not try to drink the water. Food is healthier here compared to UK generally, but if you want health, you can get healthy. Yeah, so it's kind of like the USA. The more healthier, non-processed stuff, you're gonna pay more for, no matter what country you go to. He thought, while in USA, sued like USA. Not everyone is like that, but it's crazy the things we heard, like people suing for spill. Yeah, that was the McDonald's case. Like here, could you imagine in Vietnam? They would laugh at you if you said, hey, you guys gave me coffee and I spilled it on myself, and now I'm gonna sue you guys. Like, Vietnamese people would probably look at you insane. They'd probably say, are you joking with me? In USA, there would be two results. Either that lady would take it to court and win, or McDonald's would take it, not take it to court and settle the lawsuit out of court. Oh yeah, that was a big case. That was like 20 years ago. There was a lady. So Americas, we look at everything. What's the word? We look at everything in, is the lady right? So technically she was right. So the problem was the drive-through handed her a coffee, right? They did her job. They didn't spill the coffee. She put the coffee between her legs, either to drive away or to pay. And what happened was she either squeezed the cup or the lid wasn't on correctly, and it spilled and it burned all of her, like in between her legs, and gave her burns. But the way that she won was because McDonald's coffee was like 150 degrees. And like in the USA, there's like a certain temperature, like coffee shouldn't be over like 130 degrees or whatever it is. I don't know the exact amount, but it was way over what it should have been. So they argued that McDonald's messed up because if it just would have been at the appropriate temperature, she wouldn't have had as much burns and damage as she did. So she won because of that. So technically, us Americans say, the lady has a point, she's right. She dropped it, but also McDonald's shouldn't have had the coffee that hot. Whereas in Asia, they just say like, you're the one that dropped it. End of case, story, it's over. So Americans are more, what is that word? Asians are kind of more literal in the word, and Americans are more like, well, there is a point there. Like, Americans can sue. Like, someone breaks into a house, right? They steal your stuff. The person's taking your TV, and they're starting to walk out your house. You shoot them in the back. You're going to get charged as the homeowner for shooting them. They're going to say, yes, that person was wrong for breaking into your house, but you can't kill people or shoot people unless your life is in danger. And that person was walking out of your house. He didn't put your life in danger, and you shot him in the back. You didn't shoot him as he was attacking you or that you feared for your life. You shot him as he was walking out. Whereas in Asia, they'd say, as soon as you break into our house, I'm going to shoot you. So Americans have that, what is that word called? Like, Americans are like, we understand someone did wrong and they're at fault, but you broke the technicalities of the law. That's what America's suing culture is about. So it's a little bit wrong on one side, but like I said, the Philippines and Vietnam are kind of wrong on the other side. Like, we go down so many streets that are like just death traps, and they don't fix them. And then if someone falls and hurts, Vietnam's not going to pay for that. So they're kind of wrong on that aspect, and USA is kind of extreme on the other side. All right, guys, I'm going to tap out. Hey, man, I appreciate it, Compa. We're probably going to head out here in a minute and go back and get our food ready and probably do a live stream pizza later. So if you guys still feel that you need a little more fix of the live stream that so many people complain about, you guys can check that out in a few. Budget up. What about inflation? There was a case where someone bought a coffee. Yes. Emergencies happens and I don't have any stinking budgets. See, I'm the opposite of you. I never worry about emergencies. But I thought you said you have money. Are you talking to me, know-it-all? I am not retired. I'm so far from retired. Not only age-wise, but money-wise. So I keep thinking I just turned 42. But I turned 42 earlier this year, so I'm 20 plus years away from retiring. Plus a lot more if you factor in money. Live with people around me all the time. I was in the military. So Philip, I think it's your mindset. So you said live with people and you're used to it. It's the same for me. So it's the same for me that I need space. I've always lived in separate quarters and having enough space. So like how you've been used to not having space, I've been used to having space. Having a big car, having my own room, having a place to stretch out. So 42 years of that, I can't just magically switch the same way that you can't switch of saying, you know what, I've always been cramped up. Finally, they turn these lights on. So I'm in the same boat as you on the opposite end. Thing is, we all visitors, we have to respect. Yep, that's the thing, Kim. That's the thing. Like, whether you like it or not, you have to kind of treat people's countries as like you're going into someone else's house. Like, some people smoke inside their house. Some people don't want you to smoke in their house. Some people want you to take your shoes off. Some people don't care. So you got to kind of understand how countries work, and you got to take the good and the bad. And if the bad is too much for you to handle, then leave that country. That's my opinion. English must be insane to learn. It's the only language that I've known, so I can't speak of anything. It's so weird because, Tim, I think it's so weird because I think European and Australians have an idea of Americans in one way. And I hardly know any Americans like the typical, stereotypical Americans that UK and Australians talk about. Most Americans that I know are people like me that are just regular people that get along with everybody, that don't have a lot of money, and we're just good, friendly, outgoing people. That's almost most Americans that I know are very similar to me. When I hear you guys talking, like Europeans and Australians talking about Americans, you guys are like, those are the people that never travel, and they believe in buying 6 cars and 4 boats, and it's like, I don't really know people like that. So I kind of think you guys have a standard, stereotypical mindset of certain Americans. I don't feel it's jealousy in Americans specifically. It's human natures. You see people inside the sewers. My taxi company, we used to deliver booze in the state of Indiana. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. The law fired you. You're salami. Fried bologna. So you guys already know, I don't eat those weird cuts of meat. I don't eat mystery meats. That's why I don't eat it out here. I don't eat it in USA. I don't eat bologna. I don't eat the plywood of meats. I don't eat Spam. I don't eat none of that. I don't eat canned ham. Like, for me, meat needs to come from a bone. All meat has bones in it. Now, I understand deboning chicken and stuff like that, but this meat that's squished together and put into a can is not normal. That's so unprocessed to me. Like, so when you guys talk about like healthy food, like the last thing in the world that's healthy is Spam or this Vietnamese sausage and stuff like that. Now you guys can say, oh, you eat hot dogs. I only eat like stadium, like if you go to stadiums or baseball game hot dogs, or Costco hot dogs, or if I make my own beef barbecued hot dogs. But I don't eat a lot of hot dogs. Like I just don't trust hot dogs in USA or anywhere. I lived on 6 bowls of cornflakes or oatmeal a day. That's crazy. I got through college, man. College was crazy. I was so poor. I was definitely poor and had less of a budget when I was in college than now. And I lived on so many tortillas. In USA, you can get a huge stack of flour tortillas for very cheap. And I basically made almost 80% of my meals on tortillas. If I made pizza, I put down a tortilla, I put some tomato sauce and maybe some kind of meat. If I made burgers, I put down a tortilla, some cheese, and some ground beef. Everything that I made was basically on a tortilla at a certain point in my life. So I learned how to survive with very little money. Mac and cheese with beans. Fried bologna, disgusting. Oatmeal is the best. Fluffy, you have oatmeal. They're talking about oatmeal.
Yeah.
She just had oatmeal. Cooking takes so much energy. It does. I hate doing the dishes, but I love cooking, man. I love cooking. It's a passion of mine. So before I chose to go to college, I was this close to going to culinary school. So I love cooking things. I love turning, like, one of my favorite shows when I used to watch TV years ago was Chopped. I think it's called Chopped. It's where they give you like mystery random ingredients, and then these chefs would turn them into like nice dinners. I love stuff like that. Life to me is like that. I love taking random things and turning them into works of art. Whether it's my videos, whether it's food, I've always loved taking little budgets and seeing how much value you can get out of it. So that's why I like cooking. But I do agree, it takes energy and the cleanup is terrible. Simple, cheap, healthy. I'm saving over $1,000 US a month. Soup isn't a meal. I agree. Know it all. We agree 1,000% on that. So I don't understand those people. You'll see so many Instagrams. They're like, "Oh my God, I can't wait to go back to Vietnam. I dream about the pho soup. I dream about it." And I'm like, there is no damn way in the world. No soup is that amazing. And to me, soup is not a meal. Soup is a side at best. So I'm in the same boat as you. There's an episode of Seinfeld where Kramer spills coffee. I know. And remember, I think I've seen every single episode of Seinfeld too. And remember they hired the generic Johnny Cochran lawyer on there. I forgot what his name is, like Johnny something. But I remember that episode specifically. Should have been saving in Bitcoin, Phil. You should sue the convenience store across the road for content. I think they would probably escort me out of the country. Zero accountability in the USA. We don't blame the person. I agree with that, Army guy. You missed, I don't know how long you've been in here, but I said USA is kind of overboard on suing, but in the same breath, I do say Asia is underboard on it. Like I said, USA is overboard, but there's so many death traps in Vietnam, they're just completely unsafe. You walk down streets and there's like sinkholes, there's holes and stuff, there's falling apart streets, and if you hurt yourself, Vietnam is not going to help you pay your bills. So there needs to be a finer mix, not as extreme of the suing culture in the USA, but on the same end, Vietnam needs to clean up some of the stuff and needs to take a little bit more accountability for stuff that shouldn't be that bad. How dare they give hot coffee? So it wasn't the hot coffee. So if it was just the so there's always a technicality when you look at things. So the news will always give the weird headlines, but whenever you open up the headline and you read into it, so the problem was, it wasn't hot coffee, it was like unsafe boiling hot coffee. Like there's regulations, like you can't serve food at a certain temperature, whether it's too cold or whether it's too hot. And it was like 30 degrees over the safe zone. So technically McDonald's was in error no matter what on that aspect. They weren't in fault on her spilling it, but they got McDonald's on that the temperature was too hot. Suing culture for sure and a trend. Yep, that is true too. So in USA, like if you own property and you have like something out there and someone unauthorized comes onto your property and trips on something and breaks their leg, the homeowner is sued. Can you imagine that happening in Asia? They would laugh at you. I like the way the Asians are more. I'm not going to say as a blanket statement, yes, because there's some stuff that I'm like, hey, man, there's some of these streets that are just insane. For example, I'm going to try to cross this street real quick. So in USA, the pedestrian always has the right of way, no matter what. So in USA, if I started crossing the street right now, even if there was a red light and I got hit, the car would be responsible. In here, like, even if you're crossing the street and someone comes off the curb and hits you the wrong way, you're gonna be screwed. But let me show you something that's really, really common because we walk down here. So there's this little area. Oh, they must have fixed it. But the other day, this was not here. So this drain was not here. This thing was open, and this was like covered. And I almost tripped in it, and my girlfriend almost tripped in it. It was dark. This was kind of covered with leaves, and you could have easily fell into here and probably broke your leg. Like this. You guys can see now they took care of it, but the other day this was completely open and it was like a 1 or 2 foot drop. Like you would definitely be sued in the USA for that. So when you guys say I like the Asian way better, I'm gonna say in some ways yes, but stuff like that shouldn't happen. That could be a little kid that can fall down there and really hurt themselves. That kind of stuff should not be tolerated. That kind of stuff, there's enough people in Vietnam that just sit around and sleep on their motorcycles or don't have jobs, that they should be paying those people to take care of those problems. I like to sue as long... I'm going to pin that comment. I like that comment, Know-It-All. I'm going to pin his comment. He said, I like to sue as long as it's not a scam. Let me end the poll. I forgot about the poll. Let's see if you guys... I don't even know if you guys want us to cook, but let's see what the poll says. We still haven't got the results for the poll. Where's the poll? 67% yes. Wow, I'm missing a lot of messages. Let me go back up and catch them. I'm kind of rambling on a little bit. I see. Someone said I'm 10 minutes behind. Let me catch up. Let me catch up with you guys. I didn't know I was that far behind. If I missed your guys' messages, please let me know because I'm trying to catch back up with the chat. Look at, people are saying this. He's reading things out of context. Let me catch up. I'm going to have to skip over a lot of you guys' things just to get caught up in the chat. So I apologize. They do crazy stuff in Asian traffic. I wanted to see the electrician stream now. In Japan, they stop 50 meters away. Live election stream. The election we did like a 14-hour live stream, so that thing went on all day. Always carry a flashlight and wear a light colored reflective vest. There's Mopor. That's the guy that always gives the advice. Always carry a flashlight and wear light color reflective clothing when walking outdoors at night. We actually found a flashlight, but it doesn't work. The election, man, the election stream, I started at 3 o'clock in the morning. And we went all the way till about 9 o'clock that night. That was my longest live stream. Well over 12 hours. I did get the most views I've ever got on a live stream, but it was a long, long time. So I'm kind of caught up. I missed a lot of your guys' messages. I pinned because that was a funny statement. He put, I like to sue as long as it's not a scam. So that is a great but funny statement. Donald Trung, not Donald Trump, but Donald Trung, the restaurant, is about 5 buildings down this way. So we're actually on the same street as Donald Trung. Do I ever take off my hat? I think I was born with my hat. I do need to get a haircut though. And actually, that barbershop is probably where I will get a haircut. It just sucks for me because I cut my own hair.
It's a bakery, not a barber shop.
It's right there, right next to the bakery. So I have my own hair clippers, and I do it myself. But I think for the content, I think I'm gonna go to a barber shop soon. Haircut prank. If I had King's hat, I wouldn't take it off either. Today, so this is my other King's hat. You guys see I have two King's hats. I have a 49ers hat and I have an A's hat. My A's hat I hardly ever wear. One, because I get very, very attached to one hat. Once your hat, anybody that wears hats, you guys understand, when a hat fits perfect, it's so hard to switch to something else. One reason, that's why I don't wear my A's hat. And second reason for the A's hat, my Oakland A's have moved. So unfortunately they moved, so it's basketball season and football season. I wear my 49ers and my Kings hat more right now. Jackie Childs, that's who it was. Jackie Childs, yep, that was it. Dead Shark, what's up, buddy? So we're only gonna stay here for a couple more minutes, and then we're gonna do a homemade pizza live stream later tonight. Yeah, technically they're not Las Vegas yet. I'm still kind of holding my breath and crossing my fingers. 99.9% they're gonna be gone. They're playing in Sacramento for the next year or two. The same thing happened to my Sacramento Kings. The Kings were supposed to go to Las Vegas, and at the very, very, very last second, the Sacramento Kings were saved. So I'm kind of holding out a slight hope, but practically, realistically, it's not going to happen. Yeah, I know, man. I know, Henyo. I know, man. I know. I'm going to have to get up at like 4 o'clock in the morning to watch the 49ers game tomorrow because of the time difference. No, so we do have an air fryer. We'll show you guys when we get there. We got these, if you guys watched the Mega Market video, we got these small individual pizza crusts that should, I'm pretty sure it should fit into the air fryer. We're gonna make, each of us is gonna make an individual pizza. Mopor, this is what Mopor said. Please don't go to the barber shop as you have no hair, so it'll be an unnecessary expense which you can use to buy a sandwich or cleaning supplies, sir. Oh yeah, that's right. The Bears are playing the 49ers. So Philip will be mad that his Bears are going to get beat. Even though the 49ers are severely doing bad and underplaying, they're severely hurt. We've already lost Christian McCaffrey. Brandon Ayuk is out for the year. Like, basically this whole year, all of our starters have been hurt. 49ers will still beat the Bears, though. Not sure if it'll help and save our season, but they will beat the Bears. They will definitely beat the Bears. So 49ers will beat the Bears. Take that to the bank. I can't finish that, Fluffy. Can you finish it for me?
I'm gonna be full.
No, you're gonna waste. You said you don't waste.
Okay, it's all watered down.
Please, Fluffy, you said you don't waste.
If I finish that, we'll go to Bonnet instead.
You don't want pizza tonight?
No.
Why don't you want pizza?
It's not that I really don't want pizza.
67% of people want to see us eat pizza. You always get my hopes up. You always make me think we're going to do something. Then at the last minute, you always change.
Let's go and make pizza. It's Dragon Bridge tonight.
So I guess what we're going to do is we're going to head off. Almost forgot my GoPro. Hold this. Just hold this real fast. Let me put my GoPro away. For any of you guys that's never been in a Vietnamese convenience store, we're going to walk through really quick. Let me just show you the kind of the cool stuff that they have in here. Xin chào. We're probably going to get copyrighted. I always forget that they always have music in here. But everybody shockingly always, when I get on comments, you guys always want to see the crazy variety of chips. Shrimp chips, shrimp chips. What is this? This is like, what's it called? Seaweed chips, tomato chips. You guys always have these weird things. Barbecue chips, cheddar cheese, Texas tenderloin steak. So you guys got all these weird things. We use this when we make our Indian chicken. We use this. I really, really like this kind of sauce slash marinade. We use that a lot. But American products, Western products are very, very expensive. I don't drink alcohol, as I told you guys, but this is the cheapest beer in Vietnam, and I think this is like 50 cents. So you can get a beer here. Sodas, these are like 40 cents. You guys kind of got all these different random drinks. Drinks are a big thing. Everybody drinks all different types of drinks, and then they sit out the convenience store. I think this is what Philip was talking about, a chocolate pie or something one day. Oreos, they always have so many crazy brands of Oreos. I'm not a big Oreo fan, but look, for example, strawberry cream Oreo. Have you guys ever seen that? They have a blueberry cream Oreo. They have all kinds of crazy things. So, always crazy things. We probably got copyright violation, but it's okay. Local chips are all too similar. Give me 1 second. Yeah, the Bears fired their coach the other day when it took them like 26 seconds to call off one play, and it basically screwed them. They had a timeout, and they basically threw the clock away. Did Will Travels bring Fluffy outside because she was standing too close to the Christmas tree? No, we went out and shot a apartment video today. That's why I have the GoPro on me. Let's give a nice shout out to one of our favorite dessert places. This is what I get. So I don't know what it's technically called, but we get 3 flans that they put in a cup, and they mix it with this coconut cream, and then they put a few of I think it's like these beads, kind of the beads that you guys get in the milk teas, and it's awesome. And it's only 20,000, which is like 80 cents, but you can get all these different ones. And if you guys see all these desserts, 25 $1. So all this stuff is $1 or less, and it's a great deal. So this is going to get a little busy out here. This restaurant kind of packs up on the weekend. Everybody's out here. The locals are out here. You can get banana fritter. Oh yeah, let's go grab one. I forgot. She got a banana fritter earlier. I'm going to get one for dessert. So I always, whenever I come to this area, I like to go to the same places, and I kind of like to always support the same places. We always get our trot talk from this lady, and we always get our banana fritters from this lady. So I kind of like always supporting one business, especially when they do us right. We'll go over here and do this. Lay's local chips are too small. Marcos has a bubble tea shop in Europe. I did not know that. 25,000 for ice cream. Are you gonna get one?
No.
Just one? Okay, just one. Can we get one more? This is the lady, so this young girl, she always is here. She's here every single day. One. And then the older lady's not here, but this is always the lady cooking them. Basically, they kind of put it like in a pancake batter over here.
I think it's gonna be 10.
How much? 5? 7. Come on.
Okay, come on.
So basically, it's like a pancake batter. They put it in the batter, and then they deep fry it. So I really like it. It's really good when it's fresh, but I almost never eat it fresh. I usually get one of these for dessert, and I end up not eating it till sometimes the next day. Come on.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. So I end up usually eating it. Hold this real quick. Let me make sure I put my money in. Yeah, I did. Um. Okay, I just remember watching Saturday Night Live growing up. Well, can you recommend an area to book a hotel at in Bangkok? Um, when I go to Bangkok, I like to stay only in one area. I actually practically only stayed at one hotel for about 5 months. I loved the place. Um, but we stayed at, what was the exact street, Fluffy?
Soy 7.
Soy 7. So Sukhumvit Soy 7. It's right the same street that BTS Nana is at. And then it's practically between BTS Nana and then a little bit like an 8-minute walk. Oh, that food looks good. Very nice. How much?
No, not for sale.
Not for sale? Um, but it's practically, so it's on BTS Nana, and then about a 10-minute walk is Terminal 21.
That was their dinner.
That was their dinner. Terminal 21 is an awesome mall. We ate at the extremely cheap, awesome food court so many times in Bangkok. I think 1 week we went there twice or 3 times for dinner. We really like that place. Day old is dried out. Well, I agree in that aspect, but you forget we have an air fryer, so I take good advantage of our air fryer. We pop that in there. I put a little bit of butter on it and I toss it in the air fryer, and it's almost as good as it is before. So you guys know I don't go to clubs, I don't drink, nothing like that. So it's kind of shocking, even when I think about it, but I love that area. I love it because of the people. I love it because of the hotel that we go to. I love it because the BTS is right there. And then I love it because of Terminal 21. So shockingly, I like Bangkok a lot, even though you guys would naturally think that's not a city for me since I don't party, I don't drink, but I really like it. That's one of the rare exception cities that I enjoy that kind of, not even nightlife, but just neighborhood and style. I went to Koh San Road in 2019 and I didn't like it. It's too, I don't fit in well with backpackers. Like I fit in with travelers or even like digital nomads, but I don't fit in with those cheap backpack 19, 20-year-old bros that go around and go get hammered every night and want to get noodles and be epic. Like people that use those words, I don't fit in with those people that much. They stay at hostels, they talk about getting all the soup and getting all the noodles, and they stay out till 4 a.m. and then they can't wait to catch the waves at 5 o'clock in the morning, bro. Like that's not my style.
We should show them that most of the living room in Vietnam has big TVs.
They love big TVs here. If I didn't live in that area, the only other area that we did like, Xin chào. Oh yeah, they always have big TVs. But the other area that I would kind of debate about was the river area. Take the ferry boat across to go to Siam Mall. Look at this, they're partying over here. There's a party going on. So that's the only other area I kind of debated about going to if I left there. And also, let me say, Siloam. We liked Siloam neighborhood also, but it's just too expensive and it is further away from the Terminal 21 area. See, Dead Shark, we're kind of similar. I'm not into the nightlife, but I still like, so there's 2 types of travelers. There's people that like to be in the main area, and then I run into a lot of guys that are like, hey man, I want to be out on the beach and I don't want to have no neighbors and I want it to be quiet. And I'm like, I'm not that extreme. That's why I don't go to provinces in the Philippines or in Asia. That's not my style. That's like camping to me. But at the same time, I don't want to necessarily be in a Manila or a huge, giant, crazy city. I like those second tier cities. I like the cities that have enough Western amenities and are not huge, but they cannot be these tiny little places that have one jeepney for the whole city or have no in drive or no grab. Like, that's too small for me. That's why Da Nang is perfect. Da Nang is not a tier 1 city, but it's not a tier 3 city. It's a very, very high tier 2 type of city. You get enough, but not overkill. Yeah, I do the majority of the time, like if I'm walking right now, I'm doing data for my live stream, and shockingly, I get a lot of data. I get 7 gigabytes per day, or 210 gigabytes per month, and I only pay $5 a month. So Vietnam has some awesome cheap phone plans. I did not like, so we like going to Chatuchak market, but we wouldn't live there. We'd like going there. We would go there maybe once or twice a month, probably twice a month. We like going there, but we wouldn't live there. We love everything about the Sukhumvit area. We love the people. We love the 7-Elevens that we used to go to all the time. We love Bangkok 7-Elevens. We love the Terminal 21 Mall was there. The Terminal 21 food court's there. The BTS is literally right there. Everything's there. Chatuchak, I got a local bank account. Will I pay? I don't know. So I've heard from many people that we cannot pay with QR code on Zallo, but I don't know. You guys will actually be the... A lot of people say no. We actually looked at this place. Let's actually walk by it real quick. This place we were supposed to look at, because this place is supposed to be available, and we really liked it. I seen the video, but here's the thing. I wish you guys, if Coconut Man was in here, he'd be able to answer our questions. But why do all the apartments, why are they always locked and you can never find someone? Like, this is the apartment complex and no one's ever in here, so you can't get in. Like, I want to go ask them, like, hey, I seen that you guys have a place for rental. But this is the second straight day now that we can't get a hold of anybody. I want to go take a look at this place, but they always have these doors locked and there's no one down here. Why is that? Why is Vietnam like that? You can't get a hold of anybody. What beach in the world doesn't have people on it? I think every one, but from my experience, the city of Wien Yan, which is about a 4-hour ride from here, has almost the same quality, if not better, beach. But we almost never seen anybody on the beach there, at least from about like 10 in the morning till about 4 or 5. For like maybe 2 miles, as far as we can see, there was nobody on the beach almost every day. I find it on... I agree, Mitzi. I agree. So we were expecting that prices were going to go down. People were going to leave. For some reason, prices did not go down. Apartments are rented out. We cannot figure out why the low rainy season is not low rainy season. So I would love to know what your take on it is. But yeah, Philip, but I don't base my stays on women. Even if I was a single guy, I wouldn't base it on that. I would rather live in a place that I enjoy and then go out and find whatever food, people, everywhere else. This is Bamboo Bob's Coffee. You guys seen us do a live stream and a little bit of a video for here. Fluffy, we don't have our free vouchers. We got 2 free coffees. Where's our voucher? Oh, you have it. Maybe we can get it. Paragon. I never heard of it. Is that 4 hours away place like Countryside? No, so it looks exactly like Da Nang, but there's almost no Western amenities. So imagine Da Nang without the malls, without the Dragon Bridge, and almost no Western amenities. I did 2 videos about it, so if you go up to my uploaded videos, you'll see it. It should be, name of the city is called Quinyon, which is spelled Quy, and then the next word is Nhon, and you'll see it. It's a cool city. I like going there for a couple days. I just don't think I would last there for a long time. It's 7 Celsius, windy and cold. Yes, that is the city. But I actually probably like the city Hue a little bit better than Winyan. I think we might actually go back to Hue soon. Soon meaning maybe in the next monthish or so. We are going to go to Hoi An, it looks like, probably Saturday. So less than a week. I have 3 hotels saved, and you guys know I'm a budgeter and I really analyze things, so I'm kind of stuck on 3 hotels. So I haven't picked out the hotel yet, but as long as it doesn't rain, we are gonna go. Everyone go to Da Nang, don't come to Nha Trang. I've heard the opposite. I heard Nha Trang, so everybody that I know that's been to both says Nha Trang is slightly more expensive. So basically I kind of consider them exactly the same price. Even if they're wrong, Da Nang is slightly more expensive or slightly cheaper, but I heard it's much more party centric, drinking friendly, and it's not in central Vietnam. So those are kind of the reasons why I pass on it. I will go there though, but from everybody that I talk to, everybody tells me Da Nang. But we will go there eventually if we stay in Vietnam long enough. We will take a quick trip down there. So, please don't come here has me thinking I need to go. Go watch some videos on YouTube. Go look at Da Nang versus Nha Trang. How many of you guys have been to Da Nang and Nha Trang? Everyone that I've spoke to specifically in person has always told me Da Nang practically wins out on everything except people that like to go party and drink. That's it. Those are the only people, because they told me, oh, you wouldn't like it because you don't drink and you don't party. But people that do that, that's the only people that ever tell me that Nha Trang is better. But no one's ever said like, oh, Nha Trang is cheaper. Oh, Nha Trang is a better lifestyle. Like Nha Trang is a cooler city. Like I've never heard that. I just heard better nightlife, better drinking scene, better to meet women, but never the city. Who was that dude? Which one? I'm not sure who you're talking about. What kind of prices do they have?
It depends. They have like sharing meals. Mostly it's sharing meals.
I don't like sharing. I'm not a share kind of person. I'm not Mr. Rogers.
Jolly Rogers?
Sharing is caring.
But it's local. Come on.
Can you have a drink on the sidewalk? I would imagine so. People go sit out on the... I think he's talking about alcoholic. So here's my thing. Remember how I was telling you guys there's just like holes in the ground, and there's holes in the ground you could break your leg? You would I could be wrong, but I don't think you can sue if this was dark and you couldn't see that and you broke your leg. I think they'd say, oh, that sucks for you, man.
Apartments with yellow lights like that. It looks warm.
It looks warm.
Yeah, I think that's Louis Mo. No.
Mark, only negative is they don't give you a debit card. No Lady Buddha, only Monkey Island here. Only QR way to access your money. So here's what I've heard. I heard you could technically download Zalo, and you could use the QR code, but here's the catch 22. You have to have it tied to a local bank account, right? Okay, no problem. And technically, you can get a local bank account under certain conditions. It's a little bit harder, but you can't deposit money into your Vietnamese bank account. So it's a catch 22. Like, you wouldn't be able to deposit money into your bank account, which, so people can download Zalo, but you wouldn't really be able to use it. So that's the only reason why I would actually add Zalo, would be maybe to use the QR code, but I just hate unnecessarily downloading extra apps that I don't need. Bank app, okay. I just don't know enough about that. But I do know that everyone's practically told me that you cannot deposit money as being a foreigner into, even if you get a Vietnamese bank account, you can't deposit money into it. So actually, you know what? We know somebody. I think it's called like VCM Bank or something. And he said he has a bank here, which I kind of forgot to tell you guys. He got a bank, I think it's called VCB or VCM. And he's got a card and everything. So he can pull out money. And he has the app, but he cannot deposit money. So that's the person that told me that in Vietnam, you cannot deposit money. Even if you have a bank account, you can't deposit money into it. So it limits you a lot. I can't say that for myself. I'm only going by what people told me. I just have no need for a bank account here. Like you guys already know, I use Charles Schwab. I get all my ATM funds refunded at the end of the month. I use cash for everything here. So I just have no need for outside apps. So I don't have any need for that. I do like this Christmas tree though. Look at this Christmas tree in our building. Yes, so when you work here, you do need a bank account. So, ciao. You need a work visa and you need a bank account. But that's if you work here. So that's only very, very few amount of people will have that access. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I have. Charles Schwab refunds all international purchases and ATM fees at the end of the month. That's why for 5 years I've been using my Charles Schwab account. Yeah, you need to get a work visa, and at least for teaching jobs, they don't even pay for your visa. So you got to pay like 50%, and then the school pays 50%. So shockingly, even if you get a job here, schools don't pay your visa 100%. In Vietnam, they'll only pay 50%, and then you got to pocket the rest. I mean, you got to pay the difference. Mitzi, though, you cannot deposit money into the account. Like, if you went to the bank and tried to put cash in, you couldn't do it, correct? At least that's what people told me. Why are we stopping here?
Someone's gonna go up too.
Đâu, con vừa đi lên.
Đi lên mình ở tầng 33.
Stream still works. I never have a problem with the internet here. The data always works perfectly fine for me here. So I never have an issue with that. $5 a month. Basic. Now I know it's not unlimited data, but you guys see how much I do live streams. I get 7 gigabytes per day, 210 gigabytes per month. I think twice I've ran out of data, but I practically never run out of data, and I spend $5 a month on this plan. Yeah, I mean, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, people don't understand. Vietnam is an amazing cost of living. Like, you don't just like, it's not just like, oh, it's a cheap country and, you know, you get black and white TV and this. Like, you get amazing value for what you pay. There's just no country that, especially city, but there's no country that I find better value than here. Like you could probably go to India or Pakistan and technically spend less dollars per month. But when you compare the internet, the infrastructure, the transportation, the food, you cannot, if you take into everything into account, there's no better value than Vietnam. Let me log into the Wi-Fi, speaking of. So I'll show you guys the pizza that we're gonna make. What's up, Trapper? So this is our pizza dough. We're gonna each have a individual pizza, right? And then I'm hoping, we haven't really, yeah, it should work. This needs to fit, which it will fit into the air fryer. Yeah, so we'll each make an individual pizza. We have our sauce, we have our cheese, and we're gonna make a individual pizza for each of us. So we're gonna start that stream in a few. So we're gonna probably end this stream, and then in a few, here's our cheese. We have some ground beef. We got some stuff that we're gonna actually make for our pizzas. So
Pizza pie.
we are gonna do that in just a few. Pocket pizza. Let me just check. So I hope you guys, this was our after apartment stream. We checked out an apartment. I'm gonna try to have that video edited and uploaded very soon. 3 new apartments that we looked at today. I'm gonna try to edit this video tonight or tomorrow, maybe after I watch the 49ers football game tomorrow. And then we're gonna transition, and maybe in 30 or 40 minutes, we might start the pizza homemade live stream. So if you guys wanna come check that out, feel free. Once again, I appreciate it. Trapper, we did find a couple of decent things. I don't think necessarily that we're gonna move into any of them, but who knows? We will see. We still got a couple of days before our decision, but I encourage you to watch that video probably in the next day or two. I got to edit it. I got to upload it. But they were decent choices, especially for the value. So we're still up in the air on our decision if we're moving or not. Do you know of... I did see that website, and that's what scared me. So I've known about that website for about a year. Last year, there used to be tons and tons of stuff on Danong Landlord, right? I'm looking now, everything is gone. So I am convinced that someone is snatching up all these apartment rentals out here. I have no clue who it is, but there's almost nothing available, decent or even somewhat decent out in my area. And this is the low season. This is the rainy season. This is when everything should be available. So I have this really weird feeling that something is changing in Danong. Like there's nothing available. Let's see if I could just pull it up real quick. But when I go look last year, even not rainy season, I found a lot of good stuff on Danong Landlord. Let's see if you guys will be able to see it. But when I look for the same spot, here it is. There's nothing available in my area. Property location. We're gonna do, this is my area, right? And we're gonna do price. No more than $400. Yeah, why is that, Trapper? This is the lowest, rainiest time. Why is there a lack of apartments? Last year when I was here, like during holiday season and like prime season, there was plenty of stuff, nice stuff. But now there's nothing. Like, let's take a look. I don't know who's renting all this stuff during the worst, slowest time available. I don't understand that. Available, type, apartment, and at least one bed. Yeah, I know. I seen that. But look, let's take a look in my area, and I think there was only like 4 places, and they're terrible. So here's my area, right, guys? So this is the area that I want to stay in. There's absolutely nothing here. Nothing. So there is stuff in the Western Pub area. I don't need any carrots. So there's nothing in my area at all. There is one in the area that I don't like and one below it. I don't know. Maybe Elon or Bill Gates. Good question. Maybe getting a lot of people moving. I don't know why, but why? So here's what I don't understand. No one moved out during rainy season. Nothing went down, and everything is gone now. When 6, 7 months ago, when that was the prime season, there was more available stuff then. So who are these people that are snatching up rentals for long term in the rainy off season? That's what I don't understand. I don't know, but I know Bill Gates came here a few months ago. So who knows? Maybe Bill Gates did something. But it's so weird. It's so weird. We were looking forward to rainy season because I was like, cool, man, I'm going to be here during rainy season. I'm going to find a cheaper apartment. I'm going to do this. And it's been the opposite. Like, there's less stuff now than there was during the height season. But I understand if they come in another month or 2 months or 3 months or when the international fire, but why are they here during rainy season and the slow season snatching everything up? I don't feel like it's just I feel somebody's here. I feel a group of nationalities are here or somebody's here and they're just chomping at the bit and getting all this stuff.
The Chinese national.
Like, I have a feeling like in a year they're going to say like, oh, all the Russians moved from Nha Trang to here. Or they're going to be like, oh, all the Chinese, when China first opened up, they all left the Philippines because they got kicked out, and now they're coming here. Like, I honestly feel there's someone that no one's talking about right now that are snatching up all these places. Because there's no reason. This should be the most available, most cheapest time of Da Nang. And there's nothing available. Look at it. There's absolutely nothing available in my area. And remember, guys, this is the off-peak. This is the rainy season. There's nothing here. And then if there is, watch this. So my budget is $400, right? What I have noticed in my own personal opinion is I feel like maybe things aren't getting more expensive, but I do feel like landlords are asking. They're expecting a lot more. Now, people aren't necessarily buying them. They're not buying them, but landlords are being very stubborn and saying, hey, if I don't get this, I'm not renting it. I do find that. Even at $800, there's only 4 places, which $800 is completely insane. So a one bedroom they want $440 for. Let's see. Maybe economy is better overall. I get it, but why are they coming in rainy season? Now I understand them saying, hey, you know what? We'll go hang out in Thailand for a couple months. We'll go hang out in the Philippines. And then as soon as the rain stops in Da Nang, we'll go there in like February or March. I just don't understand. Like, even I've had an agent say, hey, sir, everything in your area is gone all the way until spring. Everything's booked. Everything's booked. Everything's booked. Everything's booked. And I'm like, why? So I don't understand it. But I don't know. Some kind of conspiracy, maybe? All of Sam, there's something. I'm telling you, it's just not like, it's not, the way that I'm trying to explain is like, it's just not accidental. Like, a few random Americans and a few random Russians and a few other people are just all coming here. I feel like it's a group or something is known that a lot of people are not finding out about until they go look back and they go, oh, that's what happened. Like, that's what I really feel like. That website banned you? It's just you that cannot book. I don't know what you mean. I'm not signed in or nothing. It just shows all the available rentals at certain prices. And just like the other guy, who was it? Trapper. Trapper said that he didn't find anything either. So last year when I looked at the site, there was tons of stuff. There was tons of stuff. So I don't know. I don't look at Booking or Agoda because those are only time I ever look at Agoda is when I'm going to do a hotel. All the stuff that I always look at is on expats group Danong on Facebook, or I will go to the Facebook groups about Danong rentals. I don't know, man. There has to be a reason, but no one's going to convince me that the low, rainy, slow season, just randomly, all kinds of random people are just booking it. I know in about 6 months or a year, people can say, oh, you didn't understand. There was a lot of Indians that came here. There was a lot of this that came here. Like, for example, Tbilisi. So Tbilisi used to be dirt cheap, right? It was awesome. I was very close to going. But then what happened was the Russian-Ukraine situation happened. And then all the Russians escaped from Russia. And they all moved into Tbilisi and that jacked the prices up. I feel like something is going on here in Danong that no one is quite aware of right now. You should check them out. There are some hotels for. So the problem with the hotels, I need a living room and I need a kitchen. So that already eliminates hotels because hotels 90% are not going to have that. And then when they do, that hotel is going to be extremely expensive and much more than what I can get. So I get this 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment with the kitchen and this for $18 a night. Go try to find me a 2-bedroom with a kitchen and a living room in a hotel. It will never be $18 a night. And in fact, if I move to a 1-bedroom, it'll be about $11 or $12 a night for an apartment. So apartments are much better values than hotels, especially if you're looking for multiple rooms and living in kitchen. There are loads of new aspiring YouTubers who just I don't think so, Mark, at least in my opinion, because I only see 3 of us. No, I'm sorry. I keep always saying 3, but I see 4 now. So the only full-time YouTubers that I see is me, Sammy, Travis, and the Asian. I think they're Korean. I think that's basically the only full-time YouTubers here. No. I've been living at this place for 8 months now, and I lived next door for 6 months. So I've been either in this place or this place for well over a year. But that's what it costs. So I pay $550 a month. But just to break it down to you guys so you guys can understand it, $550 a month, but basically that equals $18 a night. Shockingly, my videos didn't do anything for me in the Philippines, know it all. But when I came to Danong, I finally got monetized, and this is where I got all my subscribers and all my good videos have always been here. So for some reason, Danong has been good to me. Recently, I've seen new ones pop up. It's crazy because I don't know any of them, and I watch a lot of YouTube, and I haven't seen no new YouTube faces, but I don't know. $313 US with a balcony and pool and free break. See, but that's the same price you can get a nice 1-bedroom apartment here, Philip. So you're just a rare situation. A lot of people would. So if you had the same amount of money and you said, hey, you can get an apartment or a hotel, you can have a living room and a kitchen and stay long term here, or would you have a hotel? Like I love hotels for short term, but I couldn't live out of a hotel for 2-3 weeks. It gets very depressing and hard to live out of a hotel. You're living out of your bag, basically. They don't have closets. They don't have all this other stuff in general. So you're living out of your backpack. It gets old very fast. So, Trapper, I think the reason is Danong, in my opinion, Danong is not great for vloggers for 2 reasons. One, because there's no nightlife. Well, there is a nightlife, but people like nightlife like Bangkok. They like Pattaya. They like nightlife like that. That doesn't really exist in Danong. and they like to meet women. So you're not going to meet English-speaking women here. It's going to be extremely rare. And then the other main issue is you can only stay here for 90 days. So there's only a 90-day visa. That's it. There's no more. So every 90 days you have to get on a bus or a flight and fly out of here. So those 3 things prevent people from staying in Vietnam for a long time. Hotels are great for a week, maybe 2 weeks, but you don't have a closet. Hotels are just not a long-term option. If you go watch sports, you'll hear how many people say, man, I just got so tired of playing sports and living out of hotels and like this. It's true, man. Like, even if you live at a nice luxury hotel, I lived at a hotel for 5 months in Bangkok. I enjoyed it, but there were so many aspects. We would go try to make popcorn, like just a simple thing. We like making popcorn and watching YouTube. We couldn't make so. You know how we made popcorn? We got the ironing board and we put popcorn kernels in aluminum foil, and then we put the aluminum foil on an iron. That's how we made popcorn. There was no microwave. There was no stove. There was no kitchen. It gets old very fast. PM. Danny Almonte. I haven't actually played those. Actually, I got my refund for my controller, and I wanted to ask you guys, could this new controller work? But I'm kind of scared of asking you guys again, because last time we did that, you guys told me yes, and then the controller didn't work. The Philippines is the greatest option for long-term visas. So you can stay in the Philippines for up to 3 years without getting on a bus or ever leaving the country. So the Philippines has the best Asian long-term visa. But the problem is everything else in the Philippines. Higher cost of living, worse infrastructure, worse internet, worse data, more expensive transportation. Stuff is always out of stock. Food isn't as good. Smaller apartments. So there's a trade-off, man. There's a trade-off. That's the big thing. Me, I don't drink, so I haven't had any alcohol in 7 years. So unless my last drink 7 years ago is just wearing off now, then not. Maybe because I'm thinking. That's the only thing that I can think of. But unless I had a really strong shot 7 years ago that didn't wear off yet, I feel like there's so many people now it's harder to find with working and living space. Duck Hunt. I guarantee the controller you bought works with emulators. I didn't see the controller. Remember we tried the site? I don't think it's the site. Because actually a few buttons worked. And not only that, but I have no clue about emulators or nothing like that, so I wouldn't be using emulators. All I wanted to do is buy that controller to use it on that site and hopefully be able to use that controller when Grand Theft Auto number 6 comes out. Because what my plan is, maybe you can tell me if I'm wrong, but my plan is when GTS 6 comes out, I want to buy GTS 6 for the computer, and then I want to use that controller to play GTA 6. So I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to do that. You will have to be my wingman when I get into Da Nang. I go sit on the front of the terrace of the rooftop. Trapper, you're going to Da Nang to vlog for 90 days. Trust me, it's hardcore gamer. The site doesn't recognize. Then I'm kind of screwed then. Because that's the only site that I know. And I don't say, oh, use an emulator like this. It's too tech for me. I don't know Linux, and I don't know how to unzip and compress a file. Like, all that stuff is too in-depth for me. So I was able to map it. I don't know if you've seen, I put in all the keys. So like I went to the map part, and it would say like hit the A button. And that part all would work. But then as soon as I got off the mapping part, the buttons wouldn't work. If you're looking for weed, I got a connection. No, I understand. I just wanted you to know it's not the controller. It's not. I don't know, but either way, then I'm kind of screwed because that's the only site that I would use to game. So when I get this new controller, I guess apparently I'm going to have that same problem if it's the site. So there's nothing I can do about it. That's fighting J2J. But no way in hell am I gonna buy a huge console while I'm traveling the world. I have 10 times too much stuff already now. There's no way I'm gonna be carrying around a gaming console. So even if it takes a while longer to come out on PC, as long as I can use that controller and maybe buy it on PC, even if it's a year or two from now, that's kind of the reason. That's 50% of the reason why I got the controller. So I think we're gonna go start this, and then in a few we will connect back up when we get a little bit closer. So maybe what we'll do is we'll get all of our toppings ready. This is the ground beef, and then we will restart the live stream, and I'll make a new thumbnail. So this is what we're gonna make. We got our cheese, bell pepper. We're gonna do the ground beef. I'm gonna put some bacon on mine, the ground beef, the cheese, the sauce. And then I think when mine's done, I'm going to top it off with some nice chili peppers. So feel free to come back. We're probably going to start the pizza homemade live stream maybe in 45 minutes to an hour. You guys will get an alert. And if you guys feel like you want to come watch the next one, please do. Let me turn on all these lights. We need proper lighting. Where's Mopar or Morpar? He should have popped in and said, please ensure that you turn on all your lights when cooking so you enjoy your safety. But please come back. You guys are always welcome. I always love chatting with you guys. I love showing you what life is like in Danong. I appreciate it, know-it-all. I appreciate you subscribing. You're definitely one of the people that are helping out, getting us to our goal of 3,000 before the end of the year. Coconut Man, yeah, man, you just missed it. We just did a 3-hour live stream. But don't worry, Coconut Man, in about 30 or 40 minutes, we're going to come back on and do a homemade pizza live stream. So I'm just going to go get this stuff ready. We're going to end this live stream that was just a apartment update. So stick around. You guys will get an alert soon. And if you guys feel like it, come back and watch us make some pizza. I have no clue if it's going to be good, if it's going to be terrible, but it's going to be our first pizza that we made, and it's going to be made in the air fryer. So stop back by. Check back in about 30 to 40 minutes probably, and you should get an alert. So see you guys later. If you guys aren't coming back, appreciate you guys being here. Have a good time.